So, I wanted to talk a little bit from the Amazing Alps about this moment and maybe some ideas about how we can deal with it a little bit more harmoniously, maybe. With my mullet and everything, it's awesome. Yeah, so I'm noticing that I and basically everybody else that I've spoken to are going through a kind of crunch where, look, we're in a moment, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, where we're welcoming the dark. We're about to go through the darkest moment in the calendar, and we just had a new moon, and it's the end of a cycle, and we're about to move into full winter, so it's a moment of turning in. And in that turning in, it's almost impossible to not consider the shadow and consider the dark. And even those of us that work quite a bit with these energies have a tendency to want to kind of wiggle away from them and go, And it's an interesting study to figure out how to deal with the shadow, how to relate to it without becoming obsessively proud of it, doing my shadow work, and finding a way to not get despairing and finding a way to kind of use it constructively. So I'm seeing that there is a kind of frequency to the particular negative energy that's being called out right now. I'm seeing it in myself, I'm seeing it in others, and it's something to do with self-sabotage, which the shadow always is. The shadow is the thing that tries to pull apart everything that we try to build and everything that we try to do and all of our sort of constructive movements. And this moment is giving us the opportunity to sort of see the enemy that lies within with a little bit more clarity. And when we look at it in that way, it can be a little more helpful than when we just look at like, oh, I'm a bad person and I have this shadow and I'm angry and I'm defensive and I'm whatever. But when we start to kind of look and go, all right, I want this. This is where I'm going in my life. This is what I'm building. This is what I'm doing. And this is the part of me that destroys what I'm trying to do, because everyone has this. I haven't met anyone that doesn't. I was just about a week and a half ago, I had this moment of really feeling a lot of gratitude for my body, because I ask a lot of it. Anyone that's ever done a course with me knows that, that I have a lot of energy that I need to put into my work, and I travel all the time, and don't have a home base, don't have a lot of these things that are considered kind of essential for a human to live. And I was having this huge amount of gratitude to like, wow, the body, it's amazing. It just does what I ask, and it's so healthy, and it's so powerful, and it's so strong, and blah, blah, blah. And this week, I collapsed. Like, the body just went, actually, I need a lot more than what you're giving me. And I got really sick, and I haven't really been able to kind of do much this week. And I'm looking, and I'm seeing that it has a lot to do with this kind of subtle, eternal demand. There is a tyrant that lives in here with me, and it's never satisfied. Ever. Doesn't matter how much I do, no matter how much I produce, no matter how good I am, it's never good enough. Especially with the body, And I watch some of the things of the way that I talk to myself now that I'm aging, and it's like, on the surface, I'm all like, la la, so happy with my body. It's middle-aged, but it's still going strong. But inside, there's this kind of eternal demand and this internal tyrant, that's never satisfied. It's never good enough. And the invitation with this illness was to go, yeah? Yeah, you're really happy? You're really happy with your body? You're really satisfied with it? And I was like, no, actually, I'm not. And to give a little energy and attention to these voices that go against. Not to let them take me over, but to become aware that they are what's holding me back, that I have a mission, that I have things to do, and that there is a creature inside of me that, as I put the bricks to build the house, takes them down, and it's me. So all of this work with the dark side and the shadow and all of this is just an invitation to become more aware of what it is that we're doing that sabotages what it is that we're wanting to do. So when we're unaware of it, it just runs amok and it takes over our lives. We want to go on a diet, and then suddenly we find ourselves stuffing a face with food that's not good for us, or we want to be healthy and we want to exercise and we find ourselves just laying on the couch, or we want to have a constructive, healthy relationship and we find ourselves like going against this person and provoking them and asking them to kind of come and attack us. Everybody has the ways that we're doing this. And I feel that this moment is an invitation for us to take a look at what it is that we're doing. And instead of just going like, oh, I can't believe I'm doing this again. I thought I would be different. I thought it would be better this time. To kind of go, what's behind it? Why? Why am I doing this right now? I want this thing. And I'm doing this thing that goes against what I want. Why? In order for us to do this, we often need to have some kind of awareness of what our mission is and what we're trying to build and what we're trying to create. But even just happiness is enough. I want to be happy. Everybody wants to be happy. What are the things that I'm doing that are going against my happiness? And I feel like in this moment of, it's going to be equinox, the darkest night of the year, then it's going to be the holidays, then it's going to be the new year. This moment of withdrawal is really a perfect moment for us to look at this, to really take time to be quiet, to be still, to be honest, and to look at what it is that we're doing that goes against what it is that we want. At least that's how I'm taking all of this bodily insanity that's going on. So, good luck on your mission. Yeah. Happy New Year. Icicles are falling like crazy. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. And all that jazz.